on the previous episode. Well, okay then Dennis, I'm going to go. Send it on a text message. I'm leaving, Daggerwin. What? Dennis, you can't leave. So then, Dennis, when are you leaving? And if you don't mind me asking, why?
Well, I'm just not really interested in farming anymore. And now I've got my son, I'd like to get to know him.
Well, that's fair enough. I can totally understand that. It just won't be the same without you.
I won't even be going yet, Daggerwin. I've got to sell the farm first.
Of course, yeah. So, you're not going through with the bed and breakfast idea?
I only got one customer. It was the best one I could have had.
I don't know how you did it, John, but you've certainly changed Dennis. Well, we're family, aren't we? We think alike. Like father, like son.
It'll be going on the market tomorrow.
Okay, well, I wish you the best of luck. We will be speaking many times before then, though, of course. And, yeah, let's hope you get the price you want for the farm.
Oh, don't worry, Daggerwin. I'll keep in touch.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the farm. So last night, I did actually go to the shop and spend £29 on some food. Food which I definitely needed. And I didn't get time to mow the lawn. It's definitely something which I need to do. It's going to be out of control very soon. So yeah, it's definitely on my to-do list. But I have many other things on my to-do list as well. Fertilizing the potatoes, the harvesting of the canola is coming up soon. But my priority is to do the silage in this field just here. Now if you didn't watch the previous vlog, I didn't actually mow the whole field. This section of the field is going to be hay. So that's coming up in a few days time once the weather improves. And I just feel like I should probably say a few things because a little bit did happen off camera yesterday over at Dennis's place. Apparently his son is not called John Smith. That was a cover name to see if Dennis would actually recognise him in the moment he saw him. Of course he didn't. His real name is John, but it's John Jenkins. So there we go. We now know his actual name. And yeah, it came as a massive surprise to me that Dennis wants to leave the area. I don't really know what to think. Anyway, let's get the forge started up. We've got the potatoes on the back currently. It's not going to rain today, so the potatoes can just go outside. And then we're going to pull the baler out and we're going to very quickly bale the field. It really won't take too long to do that because we have some pretty decent sized swaths and there's not that many swaths anyway, so I think it's just going to be a 10-15 minute job. Not too much. What will take a bit longer will be the wrapping. But again, it won't really be too much of a job. Actually no, it'll probably take about the same amount of time to do both. Right, oh yes, I've just realised that is the wrong PTO for this tractor, so we have to put it on the Fiat instead. But that's not an issue, the Fiat is just here. I get the Ford put away. There we go. Still got the man who wants to come and pick up the green barrel weight. I've not heard anything from him since. Right, so first of all pull those hoses out. PTO shaft. And we'll drop that off and we'll reattach to the baler. This tractor could seriously do with a clean. I will clean it when we've done the baling. No point cleaning it first, and actually the baler could do with a wash as well. Yep, so the PTO shaft is the right length for this tractor. I don't really know why it does have such a big PTO shaft attached, but it does, so we just got to live with it. I could cut it shorter, but it's going to struggle to fit to bigger tractors. Right. Yep, so it's definitely silage. We haven't had any really drying weather, so yeah, we haven't been able to make any hay, but I do need to make hay very, very soon. The first bale looks like it is mostly hay from the previous field over at Dennis's. Now this will be interesting. I did try and make these swaths a bit tighter, a bit closer together, narrower, because I know that we did have an issue before with this baler and the swaths being a bit too wide. So with a bit of luck, I won't miss too much here. It looks like it is a good width. It seems to be taking it up nicely. But yeah, there should be quite a few bales coming off this field. It's the next bale. I missed most of it when I'm actually turning, so I do need to be careful. You can see I have actually missed a bit there, but it is a very narrow pickup. I'm going to get a new baler eventually. I just don't know exactly what it's going to be. I was leaning towards conventional bales before, but then, as quite a few people pointed out, it's quite a bit of manual labour getting them moved. So I'm just going to have to keep thinking. There's no rush. I don't have the money anyway. Yeah, so as we can see, it's just because the windrow is bigger, it's producing swaths which are too big for this baler, way too big. We didn't have a problem before because it was just that really small rake, but yeah, obviously things have changed. So either we go back to the original rake or we change the baler. That's going to have to be done before I do the hay, because I really can't afford to be missing bits like this. I've had to go over some areas twice and there's still the odd bit missed, but I don't think there is enough on the ground to produce another bale. So I've done, I would say, the best that I could have done without, you know, going around and picking up odd bits, but that's going to start to consume more fuel than it's worth. So there we go, we'll turn the engine off. We'll get the tractor clean and we'll get the baler cleaned. Yes, I don't know how long ago it was when I last cleaned the baler. There's a bit of paint flaking on it. Right, yeah, as you can see, bit of flaking paint. The pressure washer's most likely helping to take that off, which isn't good, but yeah, it still looks better. Nice and clean. So, the next job is to get the wrapper, and we're going to wrap those. Then we can just leave them somewhere, maybe even where they are, fermenting. And 15 bales we have. When we come to sell 15 bales, that is going to be a lot of money. Before I sold 3 and got £5,100. So this is going to allow me to pay off a large chunk of that mortgage. It's going to be good. Before I put that away, let's just see. I don't know which tractor to use really. I suppose the Ford is going to be the best one. I'll get the Ford attached, and then we'll probably reverse the baler into here, where I currently am. Now I have also put an order in for some gravel, so that we can repair Dennis's track. Now like I said, I've still got to be paid by Dennis for many different jobs, so I'll just incorporate it into the labour fee. It really isn't too expensive. But it's supposed to be arriving tomorrow, so with a bit of luck tomorrow we'll have some gravel arriving. Not much, just enough to fill in those potholes. And if anything, it's going to help him sell the farm. So maybe if we're wanting for Dennis to stay, I'm going the wrong way about it by helping him. But you never know. Maybe nobody wants his farm. I certainly can't afford it. So, yep, into the Ford. We'll head off, not too far to go, and we'll get these wrapped. When this is done, I think what I might do is get out that homemade sprayer and get these potatoes very quickly sprayed. It's a very fast job, it's such a small area. But there's nothing else to do in the fields, I don't think. This field here is just ready to go. Next few days we'll be getting the combine out to harvest it, and that is going to be, again, a nice welcome bit of money. In fact, it should be a few £1,000s, should be quite good. I'm sure this is going to be my best year ever on the farm. We've got so many different things to sell: silage, canola, some potatoes. We'll have hay as well. And yes, there will be one bale which I can't wrap because that is a hay bale. But all these, 14 of these, are ready to be done. Right, so I've almost finished, but I've just seen the tractors turned up for the weight, so I'll take the money for it. £500 it was, but still haven't decided yet if we're going to give some of that to charity. I think we should do. But yeah, the green weight, ready to go onto this very, very expensive looking fence. I can only dream of having a tractor like that. Beautiful. Right, let's finish things off here. So I only do have... is it just one bale? Can't believe I've already wrapped 14, but... 13. That was fast. Okay, well, I'll just have a quick check to make sure I have done them all with the exception of the hay bale. But yeah, that is impressive. I know it does look a little bit scruffy with mist grass, but I kind of knew it was going to happen and there wasn't really anything I could do about it without getting a new baler, which... as I've said, I can't afford, and tomorrow I have to repay the weekly mortgage. So hooray, hooray for bills. Let's just go and put that here. But it seems to be all done, all nicely done. So I'll move these probably tomorrow once I've done the driveway. The delivery of gravel should be fairly early on. It's supposed to be first thing in the morning. It'd be good if it is. But I'll finish off today by just spraying the potatoes, and then they can continue growing. I do have some liquid fertilizer just there. But everything is going well. This hedge is growing nicely too. We should start to see some noticeable changes with the height of it. It's fairly fast growing. It's a hawthorn hedge. Right, so is it behind everything? Oh no, I probably can just about squeeze it through somewhere. We'll try. Actually, I left a bit of fertiliser in. I shouldn't have done, but I did do. So weird to think this is a vintage tractor, and that's a vintage tractor down there, and I'm so much higher up. It's a brilliant idea. Fantastic homemade sprayer. Okay, well, I think we all know what's going to happen next. I just go over the potatoes, probably across one way and back the other way, and then we'll be done. It's a very fast job. But today has gone quite well. Shame about the news with Dennis, but I mean, it could be worse. He is obviously doing what he wants to do. He's now healthy. Well, he does still have some kind of problem because he's just recently had a stroke, but he seems quite healthy. And now I'm a sheep, so I'm also getting wool as well. Wool to sell. Okay, so yeah, that's one direction, and we'll go back the other way as well. I suppose it would be interesting if you did a test, if you fertilised one side and didn't fertilise the other, to see the difference in quality and yield. Pretty much there. I shouldn't have planted potatoes up against the hedge here. I should have just gone in a straight line and stopped, making the most of it, I suppose. But they're going to be harvested in sort of September, October time. That's the plan, at least. I suppose they were a bit late in, so yeah, October would be my guess. But yeah, that is, I think, it for today. I will be returning for another vlog tomorrow, and we'll also be over at Dennis's sorting things out. And yes, by then he's going to have, I would imagine, his for sale signs up, and he can start having people viewing. I will be very interested in seeing the people who view. Probably Peterwood. No, that's not going to happen. I think Peterwood has gone, sadly. But yeah, it would be very interesting to see who actually buys it. We will wait and see. Maybe he'll change his mind. Who knows? Thanks for watching, everybody. See you again soon. Bye for now.